Welcome one and all to a Train Love 16 video! Good morning everyone. I'm at the Bluebell Railway today for their post-Christmas Service B timetable. Last Heritage Railway visit of the year. This is also my first visit here. My first normal visit here since I became a volunteer. Display of animatronics there, lovely. And what else? Yeah, it's should be. So yeah, it's my post-Christmas visit. Hang on. So yeah, it should be a good day. Oh, and this is also the first time I'm using my new camera gimbal I got for Christmas. So hopefully the shots should be more stable now. Okay, I'm just going to get my ticket and then I'll be right back, guys. Lovely warm Christmas fire there. Okay, got my ticket on the platform now. There's lights over the coaches at the moment for their Steam Lights event. They only turn these on during the Steam Lights event. Nice steam heated coaches. Perfect for a cold December day like today. Front of the train, they've got all of the, no doubt in the van at the front of the train is all of the power equipment, or the generators and the power equipment to power the lights. And at the front of the train today, we have the standard Class 5 Camelot. 73082 Camelot. Near the firemen shoveling in the coal, getting the engine ready for departure, building up a nice bit of steam pressure. I've done very well maintaining the track today. I've done very well in my first couple of months on the Bluebell's infrastructure department. Shortly after we depart Horsted Keynes, I'll show you guys the section of track I helped to relay, and I'll also show you guys the fence, the new fence I helped to put up on my very first day working in the infrastructure department. Yeah, it'll be a good day. Wonderful engine these are. Wonderful engine Camelot is. And I think this section just north of here catches. This section just north of here I'm going to help to relay in January, so that'll be enjoyable. Alright, now I'm going to board the train. That's first class. It's locked. Perfect. Nice empty compartment, all to myself. Lovely. Guess I'll see you guys when we depart. And of course, Spyro, Cynder and Samson are all joining me today. Hello everyone, it's wonderful to be here again. Can't wait to see the work the train lover's been doing here. Sounds like he's done a lot of hard work and he's really been enjoying it. Yeah, I'm excited too, especially that section of track he helped relayed. Yes, it's wonderful how he finally has a job. Congratulations, train lover. Thanks, Samson. Just heard the guard's whistle, so we should be off now. Let's go. Let's go, boys. I've taken my camera off my gimbal now. Oh, that was a good whistle. Let's go. Regulator open. Yeah. Sorry. So much steam. So that's to be expected on a cold day like this. Especially when the drain cocks are open like that. This whole section here, needs to be replaced. This whole 10 mile an hour section needs to be replaced. This whole section's a 10 mile an hour speed limit at the moment. Hello. So that where that speed restriction sign says 10 miles an hour, that section needs to be replaced. That's what I'm going to help with in January. Looks like they've already started setting up for it. Oh, a lot of black smoke. Seems like coal quality's not very good. Here that we're just going over at 10 miles an hour needs replacing. From here is where we can pick up speed. That's the 25 mile an hour sign. Oh, it smells nice today. Travelling on an actual proper train on this railway is such a different experience from travelling in the man cage on the road railer. The maintenance road railer. Now for the uphill section. Now for a good thrash. Now for a good uphill thrash. That's good. Steam lights display the unicorns. I think it goes a bit more slowly during the steam lights things. So the Santa specials may be over now, but I don't think steam lights is quite finished yet. I think they've got another steam lights event this weekend. Regulator open. Spyro and Cynder, you ought to pay attention to this, because you'll like this. Alright, we're paying attention. Whistle for the approach to Horse to Keynes. You'll like this, Spyro. Wait for it. Wait for it. Look! A dragon with massive eggs. Oh my, that's a really good animatronic. Lovely whistle Camelot has. That is such a good animatronic. Yes, Spyro, when the Steam Lights event is on, that dragon all lights up, and I think even lights show up with fire breathing. Or even some lights show up to signify fire breathing. Wow, that is incredible animatronic. The size of those eggs as well, they're insane. I know. Oh, there's the rail vehicle we take up. We call that Lala, that thing. The Teletubbies. Oh look, there's the road railer. There's Daddy's road railer. We call him Daddy. Oh look, there's a pheasant there. And that office there is where I'm based. There's Sharpthorn. That's never gonna run again. My boss, Matt, told me, it was Matt and Bob, one of the people I work with, they told me that if Sharpthorn's ever going to steam again, 95% of the engine will need to be replaced, so it's just not worth it. So Sharpthorn's never going to run again. However, there's no way it's going to be scrapped. Instead, it's going to be, they're planning on eventually cosmetically restoring it, the locomotive department. Anyway, we're now arriving at Horsted Keynes. So Matt is the name of my boss, and Dazzy's the guy who drives the road railer. His real name's Darren. Dazzy on Daz. All those temporary buffers there, I helped to install those. Passed the bolts down to Matt as he was installing them. Those temporary buffers are there for the coaches. And we've arrived at Horsted Keynes. Wonderful.
Horsted Keynes, this is Horsted Keynes. The train just arrived at platform 3 is the 10:47 service for
I caught the sight of that dragon animatronic too. It looks incredible. Those eggs were absolutely enormous. That dragon would have to be like at least 5, if not 6 times its size to lay eggs that big. Yeah, I know, Cynder. Anyway, I'll see you guys again when we're on our way. And I noticed they were loading, like toiletries and supplies onto the train, so that's why we're late. We need to load those on. Okay, there's the guard's whistle. Yes, it's fine. Toilet. Alright, let's go. That is such a good whistle. So... yeah. Again. This is the way we went up. Hopefully now that it's all into place, the speed restriction that was here throughout the whole 2025 will be gone now. do enjoy travelling in La, that little entrance rail car, and in the man cage that Dazzy runs on the trailers that Dazzy drives on the road railer train, but nothing will ever beat the real Bluebell Railway experience, which is this. But this experience wouldn't be possible for people like me. Sorry, I just had to show the tickets. Struggling. Rail. I guess since this is the first train that's been up here in like 2 months. Yeah, this is the first train that's been north of Horsted Keynes in like 2 months. The first passenger train. The rails would be a little bit slippery. Right, so let's see if the speed restriction's gone. There's the old ballast. The speed restriction here is now gone. So all the bags of ballast are gone now as well. So this is the section I helped to relay. So from now on, whenever I come to the Bluebell Railway as a passenger again, I'll always be able to travel over this section and think to myself, I did this. I helped to replace this. Thanks to me and everyone else I work with, trains can now thunder up here at 25 miles an hour or more, as they should. That is an amazing sound. Forgot to whistle before leaving the tunnel. Doesn't matter though. says you only have to whistle if you're going when leaving the tunnel if you're going fast. When they reopened the line to King's Coat in 1994. Old wheels here as well. Absolute mountain of ballast. All this section will need to be replaced as well at some point. And I don't think we'll be able to replace this section until 2026-27 off-season. Because right now the section of track needing replacing it down at Ketches just after Sheffield Park, that's going to take priority over January, so I don't think we'll be able to do this section that needs replacing now until the next off season. Now again. Off-season. Oh, there's some old buses down there. Some old Leyland double-decker buses, didn't realise. There's loads down there, oh my! Who owns these? I wonder if one of the infrastructure guys I work with will know who owns these. I remember when I came here, back in February 2024, you'll have seen the fog. Train stopped here to let off some vegetation gang. January, I'm also going to sign up for the carriage and wagon department. So most volunteers on most heritage railways work in more than one department. So I'll be doing infrastructure on Mondays and carriage and wagon on Thursdays. Yeah, 2 days a week volunteering here will be enough, and then all the other days I'll spend really working hard on raptor dogs. Part of the reason I signed up here was so I could feel a little bit less lazy, because even though I've been working very hard on raptor dogs, getting all the scripts, part of me just feels like I'm still being a bit too lazy, and I could be spending my time a little bit more, distributing my time a little bit more. So I'm hoping to work hard. So I'm hoping I'll be able. So I'm hoping this will prompt me to work. It'll prompt me to work hard. So I'm hoping I'll feel more productive and less lazy if I'm volunteering. If I start volunteering here 2 days a week. We are now pulling into King's Coat. Then on to East Grinstead. Lovely little country station, King's Coat. Right, I'll see you guys again when we're on our way. Alright, we're now departing again. We're 2 minutes late. That delay was picked up at Horsted Kings though, loading those extra supplies on. Also noticed the timetable has had an extra 2 minutes added to it. Timetable B has had an extra 2 minutes added to it. Normally it takes 40 minutes. Obviously with the speed restrictions it takes a bit longer. So yeah, the timetable's had an extra 2 minutes added to it. So it usually takes the one-way trip from Sheffield Park to East Grinstead normally takes 40 minutes, but they're adding an extra 2 minutes to account for the speed restrictions, something which Network Rail really doesn't seem to do. Means when I come back up this way to get the train back, get the train home, I have my stepmom and my parents and my dad driving out here. This morning I'm going to make my own way home. When I pick up the mainline train, most dangerous part of the line for anyone. And the infamous rubbish cutting. The rubbish, the tarpaulin that stabilizes the rubbish seems to be healing a little bit. You can see the rubbish in the cutting still there. Plants have been growing through it. So now last downhill section over the viaduct and into East Grinstead. Yellow signal, warning of the approach to East Grinstead, warning the driver to slow down for the approach to East Grinstead. Like this. Now, isn't that a nice view in the sunshine as well, all the way out into the hills? Right, now pulling into East Grinstead. Wonderful stuff. Wow, that was a wonderful journey. Do love this railway. find it very relaxing and peaceful traveling by steam train, especially on a nice sunny winter's day like this, where the steam is much more amplified. Yes, indeed, Cynder. I'm glad you find peace and solace in Heritage Railways now. I do as well. Same here. But me most of all. Right, East Grinstead. This train terminates here. All change, please. Right, I'll just change the battery, put my camera back on the gimbal, and then I'll film Camelot running around. Well, I was so busy trying to get the camera back onto this awkward gimbal that I missed Camelot pulling off the train. Ridiculous. But now, I'm here now though, and Spyro, Cynder and Samson, watching him reverse. Love the sound of fives. Well, absolutely wonderful engine indeed. And a 460 as well, my favourite wheel arrangement. Very good, Cynder. You'll get to see another 460 later on, Wightwick Hall. Yeah, I remember Wightwick Hall. Wonderful. It's an amazing engine. Right, Camelot's coming back now. Back onto the train. And he stopped. Huge engines. Camelot is enormous. Alongside an engine this big. This is amazing, train lovers. Thank you for bringing up these Heritage Railways. You're welcome, Cynder. I'm not going to bother putting the camera back on the gimbal until we get back to East Grinstead now. Sheffield Park now. It's just too awkward. Right, the guard's giving the right away. It's not going to whistle. Not allowed to whistle, but we're 5 minutes late. Right away, driver! Right away, driver. work so hard now, going downhill. You guys have already seen this part. You guys have already seen the scenery through the cutting in this vlog. And it won't be, and the engine's not going to be chuffing as much now that we're going downhill. Going fairly fast though. Sure thing. Sorry. How fast are we going? Oh, it's not picking it up. It must be going fairly fast. I'm trying to make up for lost time though now. Late. 26. 27. Oh, slowing down the King's Code now. The late. We've got an extra. There's an extra 10 minutes added to the timetable coming back to wait for the train, the second train coming up from Sheffield Park to pass us. Oh, embankments. I don't think anyone's ever expected to work on that steep embankment down there. I'll get a coffee since there's no buffet car on this train, I'll get a coffee when we get back to Sheffield Park. Actually, there might be time for me to grab one in the little cafe at Horsted Keynes before we carry on. As long as it's actually open and the queues aren't too long. Might not be open. Now arriving at Horsted Keynes. No, King's Code, sorry. I'm an idiot. Hang on. Wonderful station building, King's Code House. Alright, so I have found a toilet on the train. It's been. I'm now a little bit further back in the slightly older Oliver Bulleid's designed Southern Railway coach. Most of this train's made up of Mark I coaches, but this one is a Bulleid coach, I think, designed by Oliver Bulleid for Southern Railway. So these are the coaches that that Bulleid's Express Pacifics would have pulled. Right, uphill section now. Yes. Toot, mother. No. Come on. Uphill section now. towards the tunnel. Slowing down again. You guys have already seen this part. I'm just going to crawl along here now. So I'll cut the camera and start. Save data, I'll cut the camera, then start again when we get to the tunnel. Alright, we've just passed the Mountain of Ballast again, and we're now coming up on the tunnel again. There's West Hoadley Station. You can see right through the tunnel now. Those wagons are looking very sorry for themselves. Now, I can see the apex of the hill here. Looks like we're going to go downhill in a second. Downhill through the tunnel. Full throttle. That tunnel opened according to that plan. See all the way through it. And I'm pretty sure this is the longest tunnel on the train. End again in a moment. Thundering along now, no need to slow down anymore at Fox End. No signal out here. Doesn't matter though. 28. I feel like I heard a pheasant. 27. one of the guys I work with. They might have been one of the guys I work with there. I'm not too sure though. If I do see anyone I work with here today, then I'll probably shout them out. Up, we're going into platform 2. To make sure we actually got a signal so we don't have to stop here this time. Oh. It's warming up now. On the other platform, I won't bother getting a coffee. Going over to the other platform for a coffee. Now arriving at Horsted Quays. I haven't got the Downton sign up. Oh, actually, there is the cafe is on this platform actually. Of all these arcades and rides here, all the parts for them I actually helped to transport up to. All these arcades here, I actually helped to transport up. Well, I unloaded them. Dazzy drove them round from platform 5 round to platform 2, and then I helped to unload all of these rides and games and things. Lovely stuff. Now I'm gonna try and see if I can get my camera back onto the gimbal before. Oh, spoke too soon. Wightwick Hall's already come in. Wightwick Hall's already coming in. Forming a rake of much older coaches as well. Lovely. Oh, signal's red though. I might have time to put the gimbal on before Wightwick Hall is signalled into the platform. I'll be back in a minute, guys. Well, Wightwick Hall's now arriving. I didn't manage to get the gimbal on in time, but I've worked out what I was doing wrong. I was screwing it into the wrong hole. See, there's 2 holes on my camera. I was putting it in the wrong one. But anyway, here's Wightwick Hall wearing his Hogwarts Red livery, because at the moment he's being used for the HBO Hogwarts Harry Potter series, which is purely being made for money. Money! Much longer train. 2 Mortal 100-seaters, the Metropolitan stock, and some old LBSCR 4-wheeler stock. Wonderful rake of older coaches. Then we've got the more modern Mark 1 rake, which I'm currently on. So yeah, I can't wait to travel on this set later today. Right, I'll properly try and get the gimbal back on now, and I'll see you guys in a second. Well, that was embarrassing. I I was putting it in the wrong hole the whole time. I was screwing it into the wrong hole on the camera at the wrong time, the whole time. So I missed my shot of Camelot pulling off the train back up at East Grinstead for nothing. The reason I took my camera off my gimbal to begin with was because I didn't want to exclusively hold my gimbal without having my hand through the camera strap, because the last thing I want is to drop both my camera and my gimbal and lose them both. Then I'd have to call up the railway to get to find them and get them back. Or see about it when I go in for volunteering. But I think I've worked out how to do this now. I think I've worked out how to use both the gimbal and the camera strap at the same time. It's a kid waving there. Hello. So I've now got my right hand holding the camera through the camera strap, and my left hand holding the gimbal handle. So with two hands on the camera on a gimbal, and me holding the camera close to my body, I should be able to get much smoother shots in all of my vlogs. Much smoother and more level shots in all of my vlogs from now on. Oh god. Well, we should be on our way in a second. I'll see you guys when we're on our way. And right as I cut the camera, the guard's whistle blows, so we're on our way now. So yeah, it should be fine as long as I'm holding the gimbal and the camera. The gimbal handle with one hand, with my left hand, and my right hand is through my camera strap. There's the Metropolitan Railway coaches there. Wonderful. Right, as we pass Hollyoaks, which it calls about to depart. Shed. Hopefully I'll be working in there soon. Mortal and bullied coaches in there. There's Sharpthorne. Been shunted round to the front there. There's my work cut again. Oh, hello. There's someone there. Is that... I don't know who that is. There's Daddy's road railer. And the tamper that tamped in the ballast. There's the hopper wagons used to pour out the ballast up at Vuxend. And there's Lala. The reason it's called Lala, the reason those little rail cars are called Lala is because, you know, yellow. They're painted yellow, you know, referencing Teletubbies. It was a tradition that was started by the Isle of Wight steam railway. They started calling their little maintenance rail cars like that. They started calling it Lala because it was yellow. And now most heritage railways have carried on that tradition. And you know what I said to the guys at the infrastructure department? Oh, there's the dragon again. Lovely. You know what I said to the guys at the infrastructure department? We need to get 3 more of those little maintenance rail cars. 1 painted purple, 1 painted green, and 1 painted red, and then call them Tinky Winky, Dipsy, and Poe, respectively. Then we'll have all 4 of the Teletubbies represented by those little maintenance rail cars. I think that'd be hilarious. Right, we're coming up on Hollyoaks now, so well, we will be in a moment. So in a moment I'll show you guys the fence that I helped to put up on the very first day I volunteered on the infrastructure department. day here. It was on the 6th of October. Unfortunately, I had a cold that day, but there was no way I was missing out on my first day volunteering here for a cold. So I came in anyway. But yeah, even though I enjoyed travelling up and down the railway in Lala and the man cage on Dazzy's road railer train, nothing beats the real experience travelling on the steam trains. Oh, the brakes have come on. It's slowing down. Okay, they're off now. Reindeer in there as the steam lights display. section now. Toots. Right, save battery and data. As we're going downhill and there's not much chuffing to us, you guys have already seen this scenery. I'm going to cut the camera now and then I'll be back with you guys when we're on the approach to Sheffield Park. There's also this huge display of spiders that was set up for steam lights, spider webs and massive spiders. They genuinely look unsettling. I don't think having huge spiders like this would be a good idea, especially when you have kids who are very likely arachnophobic. So to anyone who is arachnophobic in this, watching this video, I am really sorry. We're over the 10-mile-an-hour restricted section now. Back into East Grinstead. Sheffield Park. No doubt those are all the new sleepers that need replacing, and it's probably just the sleepers that need replacing. Doesn't look like there's any rails there. It might be the rails as well. Oh yeah, there's rails there. So yeah, looks like they're all set up for the relaying the track here, which I'll be helping out with as in January, as I said. And now we are arriving at Sheffield Park. This train terminates here. Sheffield Park. Right, I'll need to get these batteries plugged in a moment. Lovely stuff.
Sheffield Park, Sheffield Park. Okay, please, okay. Platform 1, terminate. Yeah. Okay, please, okay.
Right. Oh, the ice cream shack's not open. Not surprised with how cold it is, but I suppose I could do with something a bit hotter this time. It's wobbling a little bit. Right, I'll get my lunch now, guys. I'll see you in a bit. Here we have a great big lunch. Sausages, chips, ketchup, Diet Coke, cider, coffee, and there's some salt under there. Oh, slid forward a bit. Yeah, truly a proper lunch for a train enthusiast. Alright, I'll just plug my camera batteries in, then I'll enjoy this, and I'll see you guys later. Right, the guard's just blown his whistle. It's ready to depart. Hammerlock is now ready to depart. Oh, that's an awesome whistle. See him again coming through East Grinstead when I travel up. Oh, the track's flexing slightly under the weight of the coaches. Oh, I can see there's lights underneath the in the undercarriage of the coaches as well. Brilliant. Nine 40 is looking in a bit of a sorry state. Still awaiting its overhaul. Enough money and workshop space for its overhaul. Still awaiting enough money and workshop space for its overhaul. You'd think, from how this engine looks now, that it's still more or less in Barry scrapyard condition. It's just been sitting here exposed to the elements under top without even any tarpauling, uncoupled from its tender while it awaits being overhauled. Well, the engine itself awaits being overhauled while its tender is being overhauled. We'll have a look more around. What's been going on with the overhauls of some of the engines in a moment. First, I've got to finish my cider. I've still got my cider. I've got to return the glass to the bar counter, and then we'll have a little look around Steamworks. So we'll be back in a sec, guys. Alright, so I needed the toilet as well. So now I've been to the loo, and now I'm have a quick look around Steamworks. There's Beachy Head. Hey! Oh, the dog jumped on me just now, sorry. He obviously smells something. It's probably the sausages I had. Oh, Tom Parsons died on the 8th of July, shortly after Beachy Head was completed. I wonder how Tom died and how he died so young. That's such a shame. Stories from behind the scenes. This isn't working at the moment. Handing over on the 20th of August 2024. Certificate of completion. Wonderful. Started with the Great Northern Boiler in excellent condition. Wonderful how Beachy Head's finally in service. I wonder... Would have been nice to have Beachy Head in service today. It doesn't matter. We're going to have Sir Archibald Sinclair in service on Monday, Tuesday and New Year's Eve. That'll be fun. Now in the cab of Captain Baxter, the older quarry engine. Papa? In the railway series. Percy talks about a few of the Bluebell engines in one of the railway series books, and Captain Baxter is described as being rather rude. And this was built on some of the fan-made stories made about the Bluebell engines in the railway series. Now on Stepney's footplate, its regulator doesn't move. Whistle, vacuum brake lever. I know Stepney's next overhaul is going to be tough, but I do hope Stepney will be returned to service soon. Alongside this standard Class 4 75027. Here's the C-Class engine. It's tender uncoupled. I remember being pulled by this C-Class engine a fair few times when I was younger. Now it's out of service awaiting its next overhaul. C-Class. It's probably the sausages. Hey! There's that layer that needs 20 pence to operate. It doesn't matter. diagram of how steam engines work. Take hot gases to exhaust. Oh, the hot gases go to the exhaust as well. Steam pipe takes steam to the cylinders. Steam space above water. Cylinder block with valves and pistons to move wheels. Exhaust to mix with steam and smoke. There used to be like a steam exhaust effect with this Stepney mock-up, but that never happened.
Secondly, the brakes that we will apply gently to bring the locomotive to a stand, or fully.
Regulator fully closed.
We're going to pull away. We're already in full force.
Right, let's do this simulator thing. This is always... I haven't gotten to do this often. Let's do the Stepney simulator. I think this footage was recorded on Fenchurch because Stepney's out of service. That's the whistle button.
So on the overbridge, as we approach the overbridge, we're going to look for a distance signal. That's a yellow coloured signal, which tells us what the next signal is at. It might be danger, or it might be clear.
Yeah, this button's the whistle.
Whistling. You know, each whistle means something, so you mustn't whistle unless you really need to. So if somebody honour about the track with the whistle, not for no reason. Just in front of the bridge, we can see the yellow signal, and the arm is at 45 degrees to horizontal, which means it's clear. We can proceed, but we can expect the next signal to be clear as well.
Nice. Animals as well. Yeah, I don't often get to do this because it's often someone. Yeah.
In the distance now, just coming into view, is the bridge called Three Arch Bridge. Just this side of Three Arch Bridge, you can see the signal, and we're looking at two signals on the same arm. One is a red one, which if it's at 45 degrees we can pass, and the other one is a yellow one, like the last distance signal. As we approach the yellow distance signal, it tells us that we can expect the next stop signal to be against us. In other words, at stop or danger, so we have to stop.
Lovely. Better luck next time. I've taken too long to reach Horsted Keynes, but I had the regulator fully open. Is it because I had the brake on?
It controls the direction of the locomotive, forward and back. It's preset for you. In the forward, we're going to pull away. You're already in full forward gear, so off with the brake and open the regulator, both at the same time.
It's because I had the brake on, isn't it? Oh, I did have the brake off. There's the line side gang worker there.
And you can see up ahead a yellow vest. And you can see what he's telling us. Putting two arms up in the air, which means he requires us to stop. So stop very gently by the man in the yellow vest. That's the official stop signal from a person beside the track. I guess he needs us to pick him up, so we'll look back to make sure he's safely on the train. And remember, we're still on a gradient, so we're in full forward gear. We need to get a little toot on the whistle, off with the brake, and gently whistling. You know, each whistle means something, so we mustn't whistle unless we really need to. So if there's somebody on or about the track, we can whistle, but not for no reason at all. On the right-hand side is the engineer's siding, and you can see the yellow engineer's vehicles. The signal we need to look at is the other end of those vehicles, on the signal gantry.
There's the engineer signing. This was filmed when the carriage set was still under construction. Dazzy was probably operating that
Stop
time.
signals are clear to proceed.
Dazzy was probably operating that. We're clear to proceed into platform 2. One of the other infrastructure workers there.
Keep a good look out on the right-hand side, anybody coming near that crossing. On the left-hand side is a signal box, and we're looking now for the signalman to take a single line token from us. And you can see the signalman now at the end of the platform getting ready to take the token. We're looking now for the signal at the end of the platform, which is a danger, so we need to just stop gently this side of that signal. Nicely done.
Wow. Well, I've finally done it. Well, I made it in the end. I did get to Horsted Kings. This wheel's fine. This one's fine. This one's cracked. I do love this. Where's the crack, I wonder? Ah, there's the crack. It's all damp. It's all, doesn't make a nice one. It's all damp there. Cracked wheels can be dangerous. It's a sign of metal fatigue. Ugh. Downhill. Oh, this is locked, it seems. This seems to be locked at the moment. Looks like this one's not working at the moment. Interesting. What makes the wheels turn? It's the steam. Well, obviously it's the steam in the cylinders. Branch line engines. What engine does this job? Shunting the trucks. Express trains to the seaside. 1875 is 150 years old. Heavy freight. Yeah, the 9Fs are heavy freight engines. Favourite engines of all. High steam production for high power. Large covered cab. Spacious seats for the crew. Large tender. Cold of water sufficient for long journeys. High pulling force needs good grip on the rails. Outside valve gear, allowing ease of maintenance. Perfect engines. And carrying wheels. Able to build 12 or more carriages at very high speeds. Powerful engine. Sounds a bit windy out there. Mixed traffic engine. Multi-purpose medium-sized engine. Large covered cab, large water tanks and coal bunker. Medium length journeys, weight distribution. Small engineing, extended range without refill. Small goods engine. Reasonable suitability. Branch line. Small cab. Shunting engine. First locomotive to work on the Bluebell Railway in 1960. Very famous star in the Reverend W. Awdry. All different types of engines suited for different jobs. There's the science behind how it all works. White metal, copper, expansion and contraction. Yeah, the boiler tubes expand with the heat. Boilermaker. Here we've got Stowe's frames. The frames of Stowe here, the school's class Stowe that's still under overhaul. All these controls around as well. I wonder when Stowe will finally be back in service. It's been 12 years since the appeal to get Stowe back in steam was first announced. Small LMS tank engine, 060 LMS tank engine. Oh, it's a North London Railway tank engine. Smooth wheels. Dirty, worn bearings, very stiff. Clean, unoiled bearings. Things rub together, they cause friction which slows them down. Using oil reduces the rubbing. Yes. Listen to Bob. Hey, no. Lady of Legend's still here? I thought Lady of Legend would have left the railway by now. There's the Santa 4. What's Lady of Legend still doing here? I thought Lady of Legend would be back at Didcot by now. I remember seeing Lady of Legend at Didcot earlier this year. And of course I saw Lady of Legend in Steam when I came to Giants of Steam a couple months ago. What's Lady of Legend still doing here, though? There's the frames of Bluebell, also currently under overhaul. And there's Sir Archibald Sinclair. He's in Steam, but not running today. Sorry, I just had to change the battery. So the reason Sir Archibald's in Steam, but not running today, is because he just has a warming fire in him at the moment. Not enough to enable him to move, but... Now the train's arriving. Not enough to enable him, not enough steam pressure to enable him to move, but just enough steam and just a hot enough fire to keep him warm so that he's ready to go out and pull the trains on Monday, Tuesday and New Year's Eve. Oh, as well as the New Year's Day mini gala on New Year's Day. Yes, as well as the New Year's Day mini gala. Right, so it seems like Wightwick Hall has now arrived in platform 2. He'll be due out again at 2:15. It's currently 34, so it's due out in 40 minutes. Lovely engine. Just going to go to the loo again, guys, and then I'll show Wightwick Hall running round. Just a moment. Just heard it whistle, so it's coming off the train now. It's going to make its way around here. Choof. I was up at that end, had been helping to extend that siding, one of the sidings down there. And then it's going to come alongside and fill up with water. Lipton's tea. Whistling for the points to be changed. The point motors. Very slowly pulling alongside. Well, while red does suit the these Great Western engines, can't help but feel the Great Western green, or BR Brunswick green, looks a lot better. So now probably they're going to fill up the tender with water before they carry on. Stop by the water tower and fill it up. Maybe now they'll let us on the footplate, so let's see. Handbrake on, he's going to fill up the tender now. Got a good fire there. Lovely. Wonderful stuff. Good big fire there. Lovely. There he is, filling up the tender with water. Ready for the last return trip of the day up to East Grinstead. This is the last train of the day. I was on the first train of the day, and now I'm going to be on the last train of the day, but only one way, so I can pick up the mainline train at East Grinstead and head home. Lovely stuff. And now I've got, even though the main ice cream place isn't open, I've decided to get myself some tubbed ice cream. So I'll just enjoy this, and then I'll be back with you guys. Well, refilling's complete. Now they're moving forward. Signals down. I'll head over to the other side. Right, now backing down. I'm probably gonna travel in one of these four-wheel coaches.
Up to this.
Here he comes, just backing up. No, it's not.
They just lock it together and then they switch off. That's to stop those two hitting each other. They're couplers. They're not down the short. We will just go pull it. Right?
It's not like wooden.
I'll try and make exactly the same. You watch. Back up to that one.
Come on.
There it goes. There you go. And now
it's on.
There. And then he clicks all this stuff on, so the
couples. Alright.
Together.
Alright, now he's gonna do the coupling and the brake pipe. Right.
Would it be able to have a go?
Yes. What do you want him to take?
Possibly facing that way?
Yes, right, Fred. So can you get the man in against the engine? Is that okay? Yes, yes. So the man will stand where he wants, but can you get the engine in as well as him? Okay? But don't put the cover over, and then show the man, and if he's not happy we can have another go. That's a good one, Fred.
Okay, undoing the brake pipe.
You happy with that one? If not, another go.
Removing the tail lamp. The headlamp.
The man will shake your hand for doing it. Okay?
Now he's coupling them together. So the train departs in 20 minutes. That's got just enough time to have a quick look in the museum once he's coupled them up.
Together to the. We've got two options. There's one hanging down, and there's one a bit higher up.
There we go. Onto the hook. Tighten it.
It's now tightening them together, so it doesn't buckle around.
It's only coaches that have this tightening, and this is to give the passengers a more comfortable ride. Trucks ones don't have this. Trucks. Oh dear. And now the brake pipe.
That's the brake.
Open it up to start the airflow. Lovely. Oh, has he got to connect the other hoses now? Looks like it. Oh, that's a hose for the heating. So hose for the brake pipe, and then another hose for the steam heating. Nice. Nice. Right, lovely. Well, I'm just going to have a quick look in the museum, then I'll board the train. Looks like this large saloon in this four-wheeler here has been opened up a bit to enable disabled access, which is nice. Right, quick look in the museum now. Overview of the full line up to East Grinstead and other stuff. 11-mile line.
Do you think this extension to Hayward's Heath will ever be built? Or I suppose it's not proposed at the moment.
Mr. King's Holywell. No, a railway in the Netherlands sent there. The Bluebell Railway are twinned. The locomotive Bellow visited the railway in August and September 2004, only 2 months after I was born. Nice. This rail here is decorated with Christmas decorations. Here's the inside valve gear motion. Valve gear. Oh, do love this. Valve gear turns the wheels. An E-class engine. They've got a similar. The National Railway Museum have got a similar South Eastern Chatham Railway D-class. Mini model of Beachy Head there. All the Southern Region engines over the years, over the centuries rather. Well, the signal box is closed today. Signal box is closed today. Bluebell signal. I don't have time to play that. I swear there's a... Oh, it's being used to charge that today. Oh well. I'm running out of battery now. I can plug it in here. I'll see you guys in a sec. I just need to charge the batteries. Oh, I never noticed this. They've got a little model of a two-car Southern Region 1930s EMU. Four Suburban involved in a crash. Oh god. Began being built in the 1930s. Railways in wartime, evacuation of Dunkirk. Oh, railways being bombed during the war. Clapham Junction carriage shed being bombed with several of the Maunsell and Bully coaches being destroyed. Big shame. Well, I don't have any coins on me at the moment, so can't donate that. Oh, many of the engines saved from, some of the engines saved from Bury Scrapyard eventually came here. 213 in total were put to one side to enable enthusiasts to preserve them. Di Woodham discovered the financial benefit of allowing enthusiasts to buy them for restoration instead of killing them. Oh look, they've got a modern departure board up here. East Grinstead on time, hauled by steam locomotive Wightwick Hall, and then the connections to London Victoria are being shown up there as well. So you can so people can know if their trains are on time, if they're connecting trains on time. Oh, you've gotta love how this is. You've gotta love how this is a modern departure board on the Bluebell Railway. This is brilliant. This is honestly hilarious.
Hold your hand out for the train.
Horsty Kings 1700 and 2000 services. Those are the steam light services running tonight. Hilarious that they've got a modern departure board here. Nice. Calling it Horsty King's Coat and East Grinstead. Hauled by steam locomotive, Wightwick Hall. Bluebell Railway service. Then we got the mainline service departing from East Grinstead on that departure board. Awesome. Absolutely hilarious. Wonderful. And there's the original Beachy Head, now sadly scrapped. At least we got the new one that's been built. But still, it would have been nice to have a new build, to have both a preserved H2 Atlantic and the new build Beachy Head. It would be even better if one of them was preserved and we had the new build Beachy Head as well. With some books and little cassette tapes as well. What on earth is this? Greatest recordings. I would put some coins in there, but I don't have any on me at the moment. If I had some loose change spending my Christmas money with, then I would. Right, I'm just gonna give Spyro, Cynder and Samson a quick look at Wightwick Hall, and then I'll get on the train. So, this is the new Hogwarts Express locomotive. Looks amazing. Looks amazing in that red livery. Though Great Western engines, I agree with Train Lover, Great Western engines do look even better in either BR Brunswick Green or Great Western Green. I love Great Western 460s. All the Great Western 460s, without question, some of my favorite British engines. I can see why you think that, Cynder, though, as we told you before, me and Samson prefer the Pacific locomotives, the 462 Pacifics. Yes, indeed, and we prefer some of the larger engines too. Well, I respect that. If you like larger engines. Alright. Well, it is a lovely engine indeed, you three. But once again, I really do hope this livery is temporary. This red livery is temporary, and it will revert back to green after filming on the Harry Potter series is complete, unlike Alton Hall. And I hope Dumbleton Hall eventually returns from Japan and is painted back into its green livery. Oh, I'm so sorry. Would you fuck my... Here we are.
Train saying that platform number 2 is the 2:15 service to East Grinstead, calling at Horsty Kings in Kingston. Please note that this is the last departure from this station today, so if your journey started away at Horsty Kings, Kingston to East Grinstead, you must catch this train. That's the 2:15 service to East Grinstead.
Right, I'll see you guys again when we're on our way. Whistle, so we're off now. Let's go. How good the acceleration on the Great Western engines is. Charles Collett really knew what he was doing when he designed them. Yes, he did indeed, Train Lover. You know what? Most of you train enthusiasts may like Sir Nigel Gresley the most, but for me, Charles Collett is my favourite steam locomotive designer. Well, that's completely understandable, Cynder. Charles Collett may not be my favourite of all, but Charles Collett is one of my favourite locomotive designers. That's a good sound. Gotta love a good Great Western barking chuff. Okay, I'll see you guys again when we're running flat out. Yes! Give it a good thrash, driver. Come on, driver, give it a good thrash. Even if it's just for the Harry Potter shoot. Red, Wightwick Hall being painted red does at least suit Christmas time. Yeah, the Christmas season for me doesn't end properly until the 7th of January. Break of 19th and early 20th century coaches now, much older than the Mark 1s we travelled in this morning, plus the single 1940s bullied coach. Look at all that steam over there. This is incredible, train lover. Glad you're enjoying this second trip so much, Cynder. Oh yeah, that's a good sound. Express train now. This is a proper express now. Oh yes! Fast chuffing! Exactly what I like to hear. A good sprint now. Western whistles as well. They're incredible. They certainly are. Hello. Slowing down for Horsty Keens now. There's Lala again. And those large girder sections there, they're hopefully one day going to be used for the new bridge when the Ardingly extension eventually reopens. Oh, he blew the low tone whistle as well. That was incredible! Great Western two-tone whistle as well. That was amazing, that sound. Yes. Great Western Railway is unique in many, many ways, and I can see why the GWR is your favourite of the big four. Right, we're on our way again. The weight came off my gimbal, so I missed the whistle and departure. Ah, shit. Yeah. Realise it's also easier to film when you've got a whole compartment to yourself and you don't have people trying to squeeze past you. Yeah, it's much easier to film when you've got a compartment to yourself, as well as more privacy in these corridorless compartment coaches. Lovely stuff. parked at Kingscote Station and we're departing now. We're 1 minute early as well. So I should get my connection at East Grinstead. My 1503 connection. Come on, driver. Give it some power. Power. Day at the Bluebell Railway for me, and more or less my last Heritage Railway visit of the year. All change please, this train terminates here. We're 1 minute early. So I've got 10 minutes to get my connection home now. Lovely. Lovely stuff. All change please, this train terminates here. Looks like the ejector pipe is vibrating. Well, what a lovely day this has been here at the Bluebell Railway. Last Heritage Railway visit of the year. And once again, while Wightwick Hall does look good in that red livery, I do prefer the green livery. Though I guess he could be, I guess Wightwick Hall could be James if he were a Great Western engine. I'll just take a picture of this for a community post. Okay, got it. So that's it for this vlog, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this vlog as much as I've enjoyed filming it. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to me, TrainLover16, if you haven't already, to stay tuned for my upcoming content. Like this video if you can. Go and follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky. Join my Discord server. Check out my eBay profile. Go and buy my novel, The Spy and the Superdog, if you haven't already. And I will see you all in my next video. And yes, I am now on the train back home. So, goodbye everyone. Hope you all enjoyed. Goodbye.